Hi, my name is Leisel Sherwood, and I chose to do my finish report on calendaring. Um, Here is kind of an image of what calendaring looks like. It's a routine finish, so it's done um, to a lot of fabrics. It's kind of like a high-speed ironing process. And the fabric here on the left, you can see there's a big bolt. Before it hits the first roller, there's kind of steam that goes through it, and hits it, and it goes through these different rollers that put a lot of pressure on it. And as it's going through there, it's called nip. There are two different types of finishes you could have on mechanical or chemical, and this is a mechanical finish done by machine. It's usually the final treatment, the last finish that gets put on the fabric, which increases the marketability. Main purposes of calendaring are to upgrade the hand. It gives the fabric kind of a silky, smooth texture. It improves the opacity, which is the ability to block light. It also compresses the fabric. And down here on the left, we have this picture of kind of what it looks like, an uncompressed piece of fabric versus a compressed piece of fabric. It changes the luster, which we will go over here in a minute. It reduces the yarn slippage. We have this picture here down on the left that is yarn slippage. Nobody wants that in their fabric. It also calendaring can give different visual effects on the fabric, and we'll go over that here in a minute as well. I have this video that does a good job of explaining, so we're going to watch that.
Calendaring is a mechanical finishing process typically used to produce special effects in fabric, such as high luster, smoothness, or even embossing. In this operation, primarily used on woven goods, the fabric is passed between heated rolls under heavy pressure to flatten the fabric. Usually a three-roll process. A central cotton fabric or paper roll is sandwiched between two metal heated rolls rotating at faster speeds. For friction calendaring, the cloth is unwound from a fabric supply roll. Steam is applied before it moves around the calendaring rolls, which apply pressure, hundreds of pounds per square inch. As a result, this fabric is brought to a highly polished state. Schreiner calendaring is a specialized system. In this scenario, two rolls are used, a small roll and a larger, finely engraved roll. This large, heavy metal roll is engraved at a 26-degree angle with fine or shallow lines. The number of lines can range from 180 to 500 per inch, but are most often 300 lines per inch. Heat is maintained as fabric is guided, under pressure, between the engraved roll and a smaller steel roll, which is heated. The Schreiner roll has a greater surface speed than does the small steel roll. Notice the difference between the yarn structure before and after it has been calendared. This flattened form allows more surface for light to be directed back to the viewer, resulting in more luster. Because of this, fabric finished by the Schreiner calendar method appears to have a lot more luster. It is also less flexible because calendaring flattens the yarn and reduces the permeability. With embossing, another calendaring method, a pattern is embedded into the fabric. An embossing calendar consists of an upper engraved heated steel roll and a lower composition or paper roll with the negative pattern of the metal roll. As the fabric moves between these rolls, embossing occurs. Thermoplastic fiber can be set by the heat, while cellulosic fibers must have a resin finish applied to ensure a durable effect. This kind of calendaring produces many popular fabrics, such as fake seersucker, crepes, and other relief fabrics.
So I really liked this picture from the video, and it kind of just shows what it looks like before and what it looks like after. So after it's flattened, which gives more surface and allows more light to be directed back to the viewer, and that results in more luster. So there's also this moire calendaring. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but this process creates this wood look or this watermark kind of thing on the fabric that you can see. It can be done on silks, rayon, cotton, or wool. So one of the rollers would be engraved with a specific pattern, and that's what, so as it goes through that roller, it comes onto the fabric. So here's a few of the examples from our swatch kit. There's others, but I kind of picked several different ones here. And the first two are not the actual pictures from our kit, because they were hard to get. But we have a tricot that has been calendared with cere, which is a wax before it goes through the calendaring machine. Then we have this damask, which is the Shriner calendaring, and this taffeta, which is kind of explain the embossing method of calendaring. And here's my works cited page, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.